Hello and welcome to the Southern View. What's lined up on the show over the next 60 minutes with Vasudha and me. Namaskaram, Namaskara, Baunnara, Nallarkingla.
Vanakkam Veera and Namaskar to all our viewers. Special focus this evening on the political face-off in Dharmasthala and the OBC politics in Maharashtra and also the state of Telangana.
We'll also focus on whether Rahul Gandhi's Vote Adhikar Yatra in Bihar has had an impact with the electorate. But first, let's take you through the headlines.
Big win for India at the SEO summit. Member states strongly condemn Pahalgam terror attack in the presence of Pakistani Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif.
The Prime Minister departs from China after a successful visit where leaders of the world's three biggest countries came together at a time when the Trump administration has come down heavily on India with additional tariffs.
The horrific tragedy of Afghanistan earthquake, more than 800 people have been killed. First up this evening, Veera, the political face-off in Karnataka over the controversy surrounding allegations of mass burials in Dharmasthala temple town in Karnataka's Dakshin Kannada district. Now, the BJP organized a big public meeting in Dharmasthala to demand the transfer of the probe by the special investigating team of the Karnataka police to a central agency.
That's right, Vasudha. The BJP has claimed that the case and the allegations of mass burials against the authorities administering the temple are part of a conspiracy, quote-unquote, to tarnish the image of the temple. The Congress and Chief Minister Siddaramaiah hit back at the BJP and have consistently said that the SIT is performing an impartial investigation. The SIT, remember, even arrested the former sanitary worker in a case of perjury after he could not substantiate his claims that there were mass burials in the temple towns. These were the political reactions from earlier in the day.
We are not doubting the intention or credibility of the SIT. But the people behind this entire conspiracy, they need to be exposed. And it not only demand of Bharatiya Janata Party that the matter should be investigated by NIA or CBI, it's the demand made by crores and crores of devotees of Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara temple. Unfortunately, state government, before ordering the matter to the SIT, they should have made some preliminary inquiry about those individuals.
ನಾನು ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯವರು ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಿಂದುತ್ವ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಹಿಂದೂಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಾಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹಿಂದೂ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹಿಂದೂ.
ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರು. ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ನಮ್ಮೂರಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರು.
ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಊರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವಾ?
ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ.
ಹಿಂದೂಗಳು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅಪಪ್ರಚಾರ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳೋದಲ್ಲ. ಮನುಷ್ಯತ್ವ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವನೇ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮನುಷ್ಯತ್ವ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಮನುಷ್ಯತ್ವ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದರೆ
Dharmasthala, Veera, there becoming a protest site of sorts or a site for all this politics to play out. Deepak Bopanna of NDTV has the details.
Even as the government led by the Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah continues to maintain that the SIT probe in the Dharmasthala case is absolutely required to clear the air, to clear the confusion and the doubts that linger in the minds of people, the BJP today holding this massive Dharmasthala Chalo rally right next to the temple. You can see thousands of party workers, Hindu activists, all of them who've turned up here in Dharmasthala, and on the dais a host of BJP leaders, including the BJP party president, Mr. B.Y. Vijayendra, the leader of oppositions, both in the assembly and the council, R. Ashok, Chalwadi Narayan Swamy, you have Union Minister Prahlad Joshi, the in-charge for Karnataka, Sudhakar Reddy, and a host of others who are here, who are all maintaining one single thing, that this entire Dharmasthala Rao is a conspiracy that was created by a few people to defame the temple, to defame the administration, and the government did nothing to control the entire malicious campaign that was being carried out. They say that while initially they wanted to, of course, keep quiet and see what really happens as far as the SIT is concerned. But eventually, how the SIT was operating made it very clear that it was anti-Hindu is what they claim. Right now, they're saying the need of the hour is a central agency like the NIA looking into this case, because they believe that there is foreign funding that has come in, and there are people, especially leftist organizations, who have really started this malicious campaign against the temple and the administration. With the government, of course, making it very clear there's no need of a central agency, and they're saying that all of these protests and conventions that are being held by the BJP are just a part of their agenda for politics and vote bank. We'll really have to see how the BJP takes this up in the coming days. With video journalist Govind, this is Deepak Bopana for NDTV.
Well, it's pretty clear how the BJP has been taking it up all these days. Joining us this evening for a quick political face-off, Sudha Halakai of the BJP and pro-Congress political analyst Syed Asad Abbas. Thanks to the both of you for joining us here. Sudha, the SIT has been probing the matter and has even arrested the quote-unquote masked man or sanitary worker for perjury. But the investigations are still on. At this stage, why demand this probe to be shifted to the center? Is this purely about political optics?
Very good evening, Veera. I'll tell you why it has to be given to the NIA. See, earlier also when there was a cooker blast in the auto, then also Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, told that it is an incident and they are my brothers, and this is how they have been protecting the jihadi elements in Karnataka very well. And after the probe was given to the NIA, then the fact has been coming to light that this was actually they wanted to make this blast in the Dharmasthala, and instead there was a wrong setting of the blast, that is instead of 90 minutes they have kept it as 90 seconds. That is how there was a blast in the auto. And the same thing goes on here. If you see the chronology of the events since the beginning of this Dharmasthala, this one, what they have been scripted, you can see how well they have scripted it, and how well overnight it was given to the SIT. There was no narco analysis done. No, this is the reason, unless and until it is given to the NIA.
This was not given overnight to the
that,
SIT, ma'am. It was after repeated questioning that the SIT came in. In fact, many point out that there was a delay in even instituting the SIT.
No, Veera. Actually, before that, the Chief Minister has told it will not be given to the SIT. Then immediately, the very next day, then he told it will be given to the SIT. My question is, in Kalyana, Karnataka, I come from Kalyana, Karnataka. The SP from here only has told that the maximum women who are missing in Karnataka is from Kalyana, Karnataka. In spite of the SP giving this statement, no action is taken by the Women's Commission.
Do you find these
here.
allegations cornering the Congress government in Karnataka?
Then it is considered without testing from where the skull has come.
Syed Abbas,
respond
to that, sir.
Then there's no narco analysis done. And
okay, Syed Abbas, yes.
Propaganda in the Western media regarding
okay, point taken, ma'am. Syed Abbas, please respond.
Was given to all these people.
Ma'am, I cannot hear the question as the panelist is talking over you. Can you please repeat your question?
No, just respond to whatever she has said. She has raised some valid questions, saying that it was an afterthought and that the Congress government did not deal with this properly, specifically did not give sentiments the kind of importance they should have.
Vasudhaji, I've always believed with great power, there's great responsibility and equal accountability. The same accountability was shown by the Siddaramaiah government. Time and again, let us understand that friends of our media in the mainstream, in the local media, across the spectrum were raising the questions of the government. Who are you trying to protect? Who are you trying to shield? Why have you not constituted a special investigation team? Lo and behold, Siddaramaiah government holds an SIT led by the chief, Pranab Mohanty. What do we see then? The same Bharatiya Janata Party, which is politicizing the issue, welcomed the SIT, not just him. With great honor, let me take the name.
This is not only Virendra.
Ma'am, I cannot debate like this. I'm sorry.
Because there was continuous allegations, false allegations.
Ma'am, can you please moderate? I cannot debate, ma'am. I heard you.
Because I need to get to some breaking news very quickly, Syed Asad Abbas. You have 20 seconds to finish your point.
No. Sorry, sir. I cannot complete in 20 seconds when the ma'am is given uninterrupted time. This is absolutely unfair.
No. You go ahead. I need to go to a breaking news right now, Syed Asad Abbas. Quickly finish your point.
Yeah, so please ask the lady not to interrupt. Let me expose her lies. The Bharatiya Janata Party here in Karnataka was time and again maintaining a deafening. Oh my God! Can we have another spokesperson, please? Somebody who does not interrupt.
No, please
How
go
am I
ahead and
supposed to debate like this?
finish your point, please. Mute.
Yeah, thank you.
Finish your point.
Please ask the
Very
lady not to
quickly.
interrupt. Thank you. The fact of
go
the
ahead
matter
and
is the
finish the
Bharatiya
point
Janata
now.
Party,
20 seconds,
the Bharatiya Janata Party is time and again politicizing the matter. Whereas when the SIT was constituted, there was a definite silence from them. Not just that, they welcomed the verdict. Not just them, even the Dharmasthala, Sri Kshetra, Virendra Hegdeji, Honorable, the one of the greatest men that here from Karnataka, even he welcomed the verdict. So that truth can see the day. The fact is, BJP need to understand, stop politicizing, stop using the great religion of Hinduism and our Hindu brothers for your dirty politics.
Stop politicizing the issue. The fact is that everyone welcomed the SIT probe when it came down. I'll have to leave this conversation, unfortunately, right here, because we have some big breaking news that's coming in from the United States. This is a message, Vasudha, from Donald Trump to India. Trump on Truth Social says what few people understand is that we do very little business with India, but they do a tremendous amount of business with us, Vasudha.
That's right, Veena. This comes on a day the Prime Minister of the country, Narendra Modi, has had a very productive meeting at the SEO summit with Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin. But Donald Trump has reacted to all of this, and he has said that they sell us massive amounts of goods, their biggest client, but we sell them very little. Until now, a totally one-sided relationship, and it has been for decades. The reason is that India has charged us until now such high tariffs, the most of any country, that our businesses are unable to sell into India. My colleague Ghazali joins us with more details on this. Ghazali, Donald Trump is also basically saying that India is now offered to cut their tariffs to nothing, but it's getting late. They should have done this years ago. Just some simple facts to ponder. That's what he said. A lot of it, of course, remains unverified. Tell us, Ghazali, how do you read this?
See, we know how Mr. Trump keeps, it's very significant, as you rightly pointed out, that this statement which he has put out has come on a day when Prime Minister has concluded his SCO leader summit in China, and we saw the kind of business talks happened between the Prime Minister of India with his Chinese counterpart, with Mr. Xi, with Mr. Putin, with other leaders, and even tomorrow, German Foreign Minister is in India. We have got the Singapore Prime Minister visiting India, and India is diversifying its partners. Now, Trump himself admitting the fact that India buys lesser oil as compared to Russia sort of shows a reconciliatory approach from Mr. Trump as well, not as hard-hitting as he was earlier critic of India funding a Russian war or profiteering from the Russia-Ukraine war. So it appears as if the kind of message which Prime Minister's visit to the SCO summit in China has already been conveyed, and this reaction has come from Mr. Trump unprovoked. At the end of the day, when the summit has been concluded, he yet again seems to be extending a kind of olive branch to India that they can still cut down the tariff and strengthen the trade with United States.
That's right, Ghazali. The timing of this is very significant. Also stay with us. Donald Trump has also doubled down on the tariff matter. Donald Trump, Veera, has said that India does big business with us. He has also said that US sells very little in India. This is the big statement that's coming from him. Remember that the negotiations failed to take off after India did not compromise on agricultural markets. And also, we do have a surplus with the United States of America, but the failure of this trade agreement will also have its impact on our...
Vasudha, let's go across to Ghazali as well. Ghazali, how do we read this? Is this a sense of indication that, look, we have more to lose than them? How do we infer this statement? What are you picking up?
See, Veera, since morning we have seen a kind of damage control efforts from the US administration as well, because today morning we saw a tweet being put out by the US Embassy saying that the relations between the two countries have to prosper. Then there was a quote embedded in the tweet by the Secretary of State, Mr. Mark. Just a couple of days ago, we also heard reports emerging from the United States that how Mr. Trump doesn't or has kind of cancelled his trip to visit India for the Quad Summit. Amid this, a softer tone in the approach as India is concerned, and also directly mentioning Russia for the third time in his Truth Social post of negotiations between US since the Alaska Summit. Despite having talks going on with Russia, he continues to be critical and yet again mentions that India buys more oil from Russia than United States, but also kind of drops a hint that India has still not decided to cut down tariff on US goods. They still have not softened their approach. So it is more of even Trump wants to send out a message to India that the trade or the relations can get back on track if India also sort of accepts their demand when it comes to the trade deal.
Well, is it possible that Trump can be trumped by India? Well, that's the question mark. Thanks very much, Mohammad Ghazali. We'll keep a close watch on that, Vasudha. Obviously, that will be a big focus in the coming hours. But another salvo from the Bharatiya Rashtriya Samiti Party President Kalvakuntala Chandrasekhar Rao, who has been dragged into CBI probe. His daughter Kavita Rao has sent out another strong message.
That's right, Veera, and she said that KCR has been dragged into the CBI probe not for his own deeds but due to Harish Rao and Santosh Rao and Megha Krishna Reddy. That's a big statement coming from the ex-Chief Minister's daughter Kavita today.
That's right, Vasudha. Remember, Harish Rao is her Harish Rao is related to the family. He's her cousin. Uma Sudhir, I believe, is live with us right now. Uma, Kavita having trouble within the family has been an issue that's been simmering. How do you read this? Putting Harish Rao and Santosh Rao and saying that they have a tacit understanding with Revan.
Within less than 3 hours of landing in Hyderabad after for quite a while, this very explosive statement where she is for the first time actually naming Harish Rao, Santosh, who was a former MP and also cousin of Kavita and known to be very close to KCR, and she says certain other people are handling social media for the BRS, and she also names the infrastructure company kind of a, should I say MNC, huge MNC leader, Megha Krishna Reddy, and she says that all these people are responsible. Their deeds of omission and commission are the reason why KCR is now being forced to face a CBI probe, and she says it has come to such a state that Revanth Reddy is now throwing a CBI probe at her father, at his given his stature and otherwise. Why this is important is because the BRS still so far has spoken about questioned Revanth Reddy on the CBI probe itself, saying that when Rahul Gandhi takes a very different view on the CBI, saying that it's an arm or extension of the BJP, how come Revanth Reddy is now giving a probe on the Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project, including the PC Ghosh report and the NDSA report, all of that being handed over to the CBI is something that the BRS was questioning, and at this time, something like this, a googly, should I say, from Kavita, putting the BRS much more in a spot.
That's right, putting the BRS much more in a spot. Vasudha, Kavita has been making statements, though she said there is no differences between her and her brother KT Ramarao in that interview to us earlier.
That's right, Veera. Now to our focus on caste politics in Maharashtra first and then in Telangana. Activist Manoj Jarange Patil's fast at Mumbai's Azad Maidan demanding that all Marathas be issued certificates to be brought under the OBC category has disrupted life in central and southern Mumbai. In fact, the Mumbai High Court ordered authorities to clear protesters off the roads. The protests have brought several parts of the city to the standstill.
That's right, Vasudha. Videos of protesters being unruly, entering shops and even harassing journalists have gone viral. While the disruption to life in Mumbai and traffic is one focus, the demand for including all Marathas under the OBC category and issue them with Kunbi certificates puts the government in a delicate spot. It's a historic issue. A section of the Marathas fall under the backward castes and the other sections do not. The state's bill to grant 10% reservation for Marathas, Vasudha, which would take the total reservation in the state to 72%, has also been challenged in the High Court.
That's right, Veera. We'll get into the caste complexities in just a bit, but let's first listen to these reactions.
सांगितलेलं आहे की जी काही परवानगी होती ती परवानगी काही अटी शर्तींचा होती, त्याचं उल्लंघन झालेलं आहे आणि विशेषतः रस्त्यावर जे काही गोष्टी चाललेल्या आहेत त्या संदर्भात कोर्टाने प्रचंड नाराजी व्यक्त केलेली आहे आणि काही निर्देश हे दिलेले आहेत. जे काही कोर्टाचे निर्देश आहेत ते पालन करणं हे प्रशासनाला क्रमप्राप्त आहे. प्रशासन कोर्टाच्या निर्देशाचं उचित पालन करेल.
Joining us now is Abhishek Awasthi from Mumbai. We'll get to the politics in just a bit. Abhishek, give us a sense of the crowds and disruption in Mumbai. Ganesh Utsav is going on, so clearly a festive time for the city and probably the right time for the protesters to also send out a message.
Definitely, I'm present at the iconic CST railway station, and I'll tell my cameraman to show you all around. All around, these are the unusual visuals that I'm bringing to you right now. This is the platform. We can see the train moving currently, and the protesters are sitting down here. Some are sleeping over here, and this is how the visuals are. In fact, we have also the local Mumbaikars who are definitely struggling to come to the platform and boarding their trains. These are the latest visuals that we can bring you from CST railway station, one of the iconic, historic railway station, which I can say that, since morning, this has been entirely captured by the protesters. I'll tell my cameraman to move ahead further because, there is a designated spot for them also being stationed here, where these protesters are said to be stationed here, but definitely they are not listening. They are coming on the platform, creating huge crowd out there, and definitely disruption is going on at that time. You can see, these are the food material that they have brought from their districts, and currently they are having food. And this is the barricaded area. This is where the police have said that they should be stationed here and can do a peaceful protest. But the other visual that I showed you of the platform, where they are repeatedly making announcement that please don't trouble Mumbaikars, the daily travelers who are coming out from their offices and moving towards their residence, boarding the train. In fact, several protesters have boarded the train also. These are the visuals. These are the latest visuals, and here are the huge crowd still at the CST railway station, stationed here. These are the protesters, and right opposite to CST is Azad Maidan, where Mr. Manoj Jarange Patil, the Maratha quota activist, is holding his protest, the hunger strike. This is the 4th day, and these are the visuals that we can bring you from CST. And definitely, the protesters want reservation, and that too, what you pointed out is definitely there's a bone of contention, because currently also a similar meeting was held by OBC leaders who are objecting to giving such kind of a direct reservation. So this is a big bone of contention for the Maharashtra government, and at the same time to maintain law and order is one of the priority that needs to be taken into account. And after the bashing by the Bombay High Court that there is a clear-cut violation of the order that was given by the High Court permitting Mr. Manoj Jarange Patil to carry on with his protest, allowing him to enter Mumbai, to sit in Azad Maidan. And definitely what I have shown you right now, there are more than thousands and thousands of people over here, and that's the reason.
Those pictures tell the story there as far as the station in Mumbai is concerned. If you ever wondered whether it can get any more crowded than it normally is, Vasudha, the pictures are an example, are a proof of that. OBC politics, not just around the Marathas, Vasudha. In Telangana, Chief Minister Revanth Reddy led an all-party delegation to the state's governor to seek the immediate approval of bills that would remove the 50% ceiling on reservation and pave the way for 42% reservation for backward classes in local bodies.
That's right, Veera. The meeting follows a landmark session in the Telangana Assembly yesterday, which saw the unanimous passage of 2 critical amendments bills aimed at lifting the 50% reservation cap for backward classes in the upcoming local body elections. Now, the opposition BRS also demanded that the state pushes the centre to pass a constitutional amendment to include these bills in the 9th schedule, just like Tamil Nadu did to take reservation past the 50% cap that has been imposed by the Supreme Court.
हमने कानून में जो 42% लागू करने के लिए बिल बनाए, तो केसीआर साहब की सरकार के टाइम पे 2018 में 50% का बैरियर का एक बिल था, उसको हमने ऑर्डिनेंस बनाया था, ऑर्डिनेंस से रुक गए, फिर कल हाउस लगा के उसको हटा के फिर बिल बनाए और ऑल पार्टी के सहमति से हम गवर्नर साहब को यही बताना चाहते हैं और गवर्नर साहब को यही विज्ञप्ति किया है कि मूड ऑफ द हाउस all political parties are unanimously supporting and passed the bill. So please you also support it. And हम किसी का constitutionally SC reservation को कोई touch नहीं करते हैं.
Congress government is blaming us that KCR sir has got the limitation of 50% in the state, but it's not true. It was the bill which earlier when KCR sir was the CM, we tried to get reservation for BCs, but we got hurdles from the then opposition party in Congress. We don't want to get in such a mess. We are clearly in support of the bill, and we see sincerely all the parties and all the BCs are in favor of this bill. We request CM of Telangana State, Revanth Reddy Garu, to fight in Delhi.
Well, Vasudha, with the OBC push overall, the pressure on that 50% cap enforced by the apex court has been enormous for many years now, with many states having passed legislations that breach that. Joining us this evening, Rohit Chandavarkar from Mumbai, noted psephologist Professor Sandeep Shastri, and political analyst V. Pulla Rao. Rohit, explain to us first why this fast at Azad Maidan puts the Maharashtra government in a tight spot on reservation, given that 10% quota for Marathas is already before the High Court as it takes the reservation in that state to 72%.
Yes, Veera, the issue of Maratha reservation has been burning in Maharashtra for more than a decade or more than that perhaps, but it made a huge impact politically in the 2024 Lok Sabha polls. Remember that the Mahayuti in Maharashtra, the BJP-led Mahayuti, could not get, reach their target in the Lok Sabha polls. In fact, in the Marathwada region, where there is large-scale Maratha population, we saw that the Mahayuti could get only 1 out of 9 Lok Sabha seats. Now, this has made a big impact on the BJP, and the visuals you see right now on your screen in Mumbai are unprecedented, because this time Manoj Jarange Patil decided to come right up to South Mumbai. This is the business capital of India, as everybody knows, plush locality of South Mumbai. And remember, this didn't matter much first 2 days because it was weekend, Saturday and Sunday. But today is the first working day of this week, and it has paralyzed South Mumbai completely, the matter reaching the courts. Coming to your question about the 10% reservation, there was a commission appointed by the government called Bhagwant Rao Gaikwad Commission, which said that it is difficult to establish that the Maratha community is socially backward, because technically speaking, this community has been landholders, they have been farmers of large-scale agriculture, etc. And over the years, there has been fragmentation of land and agrarian failure, which has kind of pushed them towards this kind of economic distress. I'd like to stress that this is not that much of a caste agitation, but it is an economic distress agitation. Right. Just look at all these youngsters who are agitating. All of them are saying that they have not got jobs.
Right. So taking off from what Rohit is saying, I think, right, those are very important points, Rohit.
Government. And that's what the status right now is. Last point is, it remains the most important point right now is what action Maharashtra government takes, because we just saw Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis taking a hint from the High Court today and saying that the High Court is saying that disruption cannot be allowed, and we will abide by High Court orders and take some action. That is the biggest news point that I think we'll have to watch for tomorrow. Yes.
Right, Rohit. Taking off from what you exactly said, Professor Shastri, Rohit has been talking about this locally dominant feudal castes also. There's always this issue that, many of these benefits could be going to them. How do political parties or governments navigate something like this? Because OBC is generally not seen as a caste categorization. It's seen as a administrative categorization. What are the challenges here? How do you see the political fallout of this, even in states like Karnataka, which did a caste survey but did not really release the results?
Vasudha, 3 quick points on this. First, as Rohit said, we need to keep into account, be it Andhra Pradesh, be it Telangana, be it Karnataka, be it Maharashtra. Dominant caste politics is very, very clearly visible in these developments. You see the role that the dominant caste plays in asserting their presence in the state. So in a sense, there is a social arithmetic that is emerging, a social arithmetic which is trying to influence in the long run the electoral politics, the electoral arithmetic in that particular state. My second point that I'd like to make is those who are leading these movements are seeing the opportune moment to be able to challenge and to, in some ways, make the government of the day feel that it is on the back foot and try to take maximum political advantage of the situation. And third and last, I think the government's approach across these states has been, let's leave it to the court to decide on the issue, because then that allows them to take the political flack away from them. They can always then argue that we are in favor of reservation, but the court has come in the way of such a reservation being implemented. So you see all these three factors playing out: dominant caste politics, social arithmetic, electoral politics, and finally putting the ball in the court of the judiciary, which in a sense is politically insulated and does not need the
As you make
political
that
parties
point,
can
Sandeep
always pass
Shastri,
on the blame.
I think the next question that I have is, how long are the courts going to resist? The 50% cap is going to stay. That's the real big question at the moment, wouldn't it be? Pulla Rao, with state after state trying to pass legislations that take the cap beyond 50%, it's ultimately the judiciary which is holding back the reservation amounts under the 50% category. Do you believe that there is going to be a serious challenge to that in the coming days?
Veera and Vasudha, this is a legacy issue. Caste is a legacy issue. Either sometimes legacies haunt, sometimes legacies bless. Since 150 years, since the time of the British, this has been used in India, and it is a very big of a haunting issue. It won't go away soon. But now coming to Schedule 9, the Supreme Court has already said it is no sacred cow. Just because you put it in Schedule 9, it doesn't mean we can't go there. We can go anywhere. And then get over your mindset that once you put it there, it cannot go to the judiciary. Now you come to the next point. The Supreme Court in every country consists of wise men. They take decisions slowly. They don't want ruptures. They don't want their decisions to be challenged in the public. Or as a famous judge in Supreme Court US said, the judges also read newspapers. Now coming to this point, this will go on. But one point my two friends did not mention. This doesn't fetch electoral dividends. At the time of the assembly election, the same gentleman, Mr. Patil, was isolated. Nobody went to him. And it became a forgotten issue. All these caste agitations work when there are no elections. They go on, huge crowds come. Once elections are announced, everybody disperses for their personal interest.
Okay.
Yes, 40 years ago.
But that's a very valid point, Pulla Rao. Very quickly, Rohit, because, a lot of action is happening in Maharashtra. When you have a Manoj Jarange Patil, you also have a Chhagan Bhujbal. How is the BJP going to navigate, both these leaders or both their demands, because both of them represent sections which are immensely powerful?
Yes, great question. Now, see, one political fallout of what is happening in Maharashtra right now, which the BJP very wisely understands, is that this Maratha agitation and the kind of coverage that it is getting in media and national media has resulted in huge galvanization in the OBC vote and the OBC community. This galvanization, I'm sure, 100% sure about that in the upcoming Jilla Parishad and Mumbai municipal polls or other polls, the BJP is going to hugely benefit out of this, because the BJP has been garnering support among the OBC communities for decades now. Look at all these leaders like Gopinath Munde and many others. They come from the OBC community, and the BJP realized that the Maratha community historically has been with the Congress party and Sharad Pawar's Nationalist Congress party. So what they did in the last 2 or 3 decades, Vasudha, is that they went with the OBCs and they built a huge OBC vote bank and leadership in Maharashtra. Now with the Maratha agitation going to a peak, this is going to definitely galvanize the OBCs, and we see Chhagan Bhujbal and others getting active now. And this, I think the BJP is going to benefit out of this. So in the upcoming poll seasons, from that point of view, this Maratha agitation is very important and needs to be watched, where it goes.
Right. Interesting point that you make there, Rohit Chandavarkar. Thanks to all three of you for joining us. We'll keep a close watch on the OBC politics across the country, Vasudha, but it's time for a very quick break now.
Yes, on the other side, we have details of the Voter Adhikar rally that's come to an end in Bihar.
biggest Modi visit in 7 years. The biggest India-China icebreaker. The biggest angle of the tiger and dragon. NDTV reports from Ground Zero, China.
NDTV is the first Indian media crew that has reached here in Tianjin in China to cover the SCO summit.
The news breaks, the body language, the mind games of a new beginning.
We at NDTV will keep getting you every aspect, every update, every development first from Tianjin.
Faceoff windows, beautiful and durable designs. Installation से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस. आपके घर में फिनिस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए.
फिनिस्टा. जब मुंबई से वापस कोल्हापुर शिफ्ट हुआ तो सबने कहा कि ड्रीम सिटी को छोड़ रहा है. ड्रीम सिटी. तो मैंने कहा ड्रीम में तो यही गलियां आती हैं. तो जब ये रियलाइज़ हुआ कि कुछ बड़ा करने के लिए बड़े शहर में रहने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, तब लगा कि लाइफ में ग्रो किया. कशी ताई, ऐसे बॉय मिलते मुंबई में? चांस ही नहीं.
SIP करो, इन्वेस्ट करो, लाइफ में ग्रो करो. प्रतिभूति बाजार में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है. निवेश करने से पहले सभी संबंधित दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें.
गोल्ड प्लस ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रिफ्लेक्टिव ग्लास लगाओ, धूप की गर्मी को दूर भगाओ और बिजली का बिल भी बचाओ.
If it matters to you, if it matters to you, if it matters to you, it matters to India, it matters to India, and it matters to me, and it matters to me.
India Matters with Shivaru, only on NDTV 24/7.
Presenting the all-knowing, all-powerful Tech Guru.
Whoa. Guru? I'm no guru.
Okay.
I'm just a guy who loves his tech.
A show where the mysteries of megabytes and motherboards shall be unraveled.
Bro, nobody talks like that anymore. This is all about connected ecosystems, EVs and AI that you can use in your daily lives. We aren't talking about time travel yet.
Gadgets tested under extreme conditions.
But why? I review tech for people like you and me. You know what? Let me take it from here.
All right.
Tech isn't that complicated. In fact, it's about making our lives simpler, better, and more fun. That's what we do on Tech 360. Real talk, real reviews, tech that you can actually use.
Tech has changed. So should your tech show.
माय बर्थडे गिफ्ट टू पापा. ये उनके पापा की पहली गाड़ी एक गराज में पड़ी थी दार्जिलिंग में. फिर 3 मैकेनिक, पेंटिंग, पॉलिशिंग. जब इसे फाइनली घर लाया ना, तब लगा लाइफ में ग्रो किया है. बुलाओ.
SIP करो, इन्वेस्ट करो, लाइफ में ग्रो करो. प्रतिभूति बाजार में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है. निवेश करने से पहले सभी संबंधित दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें.
Vanakkam, Tamil Nadu.
Now the battle for Tamil Nadu 2026 is open now.
After Chief Minister Stalin rolls up his sleeves.
And Vijay steps in as a star challenger.
This is a mass gathering, not for cash.
Meanwhile, a former Chief Minister, Edappadi Palanisamy, begins his fight back.
The big comeback campaign by EPS has well and truly begun.
These are all the ultimate players, and this is going to be the ultimate test. Welcome back. Today was the last day of the Voter Adhikar Yatra in Bihar. Veera, Congress Rahul Gandhi has dropped a political bombshell in that the Congress is preparing to unleash a hydrogen bomb of revelations on the alleged vote theft. Speaking of the 1600-kilometer long Yatra, Voter Adhikar Yatra, Rahul Gandhi has accused the BJP of systematically stealing votes and undermining democracy, warning that once the truth is out, Prime Minister Modi will be able to show his face to the country. Now, the BJP has promptly hit back, saying Rahul Gandhi is not just demeaning himself, but also insulting the voters of the country, also insulting, undermining of the leader of opposition by making such claims.
Hydrogen bomb. We'll have to wait and find out what that is. Vasudha, the Gandhi Se Ambedkar march saw a massive turnout and a united front of INDIA bloc leaders, including Mallikarjun Kharge, Tejasvi Yadav, Hemant Soren and Supriya Sule of the NCP, amongst others. The opposition has also alleged that the deletion of 65 lakhs from Bihar's electoral rolls is a direct assault on voting rights, with the Supreme Court stepping in to demand transparency from the Election Commission. But the real question, Vasudha, is about the impact of the voter theft allegations and the Yatra, both in terms of narrative setting and building the opposition campaign in Bihar.
That's right, Veera. And when will the battle begin with the hydrogen bomb, or will it just fizzle out? Does the electoral fraud resonate with people of the state? Is the electoral credibility of the country at stake, or is it just political optics? That is what we discuss now. Let's listen into some reactions.
बीजेपी के लोग अच्छी तरह सुन लीजिए भैया, एटम बम का नाम सुना आपने? सुना है एटम बम का नाम? उससे बड़ा क्या होता है? उससे बड़ा क्या होता है? एटम बम से बड़ा हाइड्रोजन बम होता है नहीं होता है? माधवपुरा में हमने एटम बम दिखाया था। बीजेपी के लोगों, तैयार हो जाओ, हाइड्रोजन बम आ रहा है, हाइड्रोजन बम आ रहा है, तैयार हो जाइए। आपकी जो सच्चाई है, वोट चोरी की सच्चाई है, वो पूरे देश को पता लगने जा रही है।
आज तो ज्ञान का जो प्रवाह मैं विपक्ष के नेता का देख रहा था, तो मुझे लगा कि मुझे दोबारा पढ़ाई करनी पड़ेगी। यहीं से शुरू करता हूं कि एटम बम और हाइड्रोजन बम का चुनाव से क्या संबंध है, इसके बारे में मुझे कुछ जानकारी प्राप्त करनी पड़ेगी। राहुल गांधी जी, क्या हो गया है? इतना अपने को आप हल्का क्यों बना रहे हैं? Why you are demeaning yourself as the leader of opposition? आप विपक्ष के नेता पद पर बैठे हैं, लोकसभा गरिमा में पद होता है। याद है ना, मोहब्बत की दुकान लेके चले थे अपनी यात्रा में, याद है कि भूल गए आप लोग? उस मोहब्बत की दुकान में कितना नफरत परोसा, ये भी आप जानते हैं।
Well, we are joined by Dr. Pooja Tripathi, spokesperson of the Congress Party. We have Ajit Kumar Jha, consulting editor, NDTV. We also have Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan, national spokesperson of the BJP. Thank you all of you for joining us on this broadcast. Guru Prakash, to you first. You live in Bihar, you have family there. Rahul Gandhi is saying that this is not just about one voter's right, but also his or her right for, towards that ration card, towards subsidies, towards employment. So he has really broad-based it. How much is this issue resonating with the voters of Bihar?
No, absolutely not. Vasudha, we must understand that the last 16 days, what Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Tejasvi Yadav and the entire India Alliance leadership has shown is nothing but disgrace for Bihar. We are going to remember this. 14 crore people of Bihar will always remember this. What shook our conscience, what shook the national conscience was when on an official party platform, where we saw Congress flags going all over the place, in the presence of senior Congress leadership, abuses were hurled at the late mother of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. Number one. Number two, we saw who all came for the Yatra. We saw M.K. Stalin, whose party leadership has time and again, Dayanidhi Maran has said people of Bihar can come and clean our toilets. Mr. K. Nehru has said on multiple occasions that Biharis are brainless. Mr. Revant Reddy, who came as one of the chief guests at one of our events in this Yatra, he has questioned the DNA of Bihar. And third, and the most important thing, the Election Commission of India has time and again clarified. The Supreme Court of India has reiterated that position. The claims and objection that has been filed Vasudha, when I say this with a lot of confidence. I say this with a lot of authority. Bihar has a population of 14 crore. The claims and objection is less than 100. Less than 100 claims and objection after so many days of this entire process. The Supreme Court on multiple occasions have said that this exercise is completely constitutional in nature. It is being done by Article 324, 325 and 326 of the Constitution. So where does this question arise? Mr. Rahul Gandhi's observation today at the Patna rally was nothing but preposterous. It was foolish. It was baseless. There is absolutely no connection to reality. His eyes and ears are far away from the ground. We have to understand, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has devoided. He had an opportunity to speak about Bihar.
Pooja Tripathi, Guru Prakash Paswan says, we have a very good bomb disposal squad. Whether you throw a hydrogen bomb or an atom bomb, we will dispose it. And that your leaders' ears are far away from the ground. Respond.
The 12 lakh people which, assembled today at Gandhi Maidan, it was full to the brim. It was like the 12 lakh people who marched with us from Gandhiji's statue to Ambedkar. And that's what...
Can you be 10 lakh people? 10 lakh people can never fit in that place.
No, Guru Prakash
10 lakh people can never fit in that place. It was hardly 2,000 people.
Pooja Tripathi, go ahead. 1 minute, Guru Prakash Paswan. Please, let her finish.
10 lakh people cannot fit. I cannot take this. 10 lakh people, can you imagine? 10 lakh people cannot fit in that place. It's humanly impossible.
We will have to do a crowd adhikar yatra to find out the exact crowd, but go ahead.
10 lakh log kahan se aayenge wahan pe?
The organic crowd, what started as a march for democracy, what started as a padyatra for democracy,
I am from
what started
Patna.
as a march for democracy.
The place is 2 kilometers from here. I saw it in the afternoon. 10 lakh log aa nahi sakte, Pooja ji. Acha, khair,
Your
please,
frustration is showing. You're losing Bihar and that's showing. Please don't interrupt. Please. I don't really like this kind of debate. So, it travels through all villages, it travels through cities, it travels through, and there was an organic crowd which is coming, and it shows that people are angry against the vote chori that has been unleashed by, that has been, shown by, exposed by Rahul Gandhi. And the nara, the slogan, vote chor, gaddi chhod, you start vote chor and there would be gaddi chhod echoing across the crowd. That's what the success of this yatra is, and that goes on to show that Rahul Gandhi has, is hitting bull by its horn, has thread the bull by his horn, and that's where he has exposed Mahadevpura, one Vidhan Sabha constituency of a Lok Sabha, and now he'll be showing up more electoral frauds in coming future. And having said that, it was also a display of power of India Alliance. It was also a display of unity of India Alliance when all the India Alliance leaders across all states,
allow me to
they
respond.
joined
I cannot take this.
Stages, they shared the platform, and everybody echoed in vote chor, gaddi chhod, and I think that's a people's movement. It is no longer an India Alliance. It's no longer a Congress movement. Every person who believes in the fundamental...
Points as Guru has made, but let me go to Shekhar Iyer first. Shekhar Iyer, there were also these moments where we saw Tejasvi Yadav coming and declaring himself as the chief ministerial candidate. We saw Rahul Gandhi sidestepping those. So although it was optics of India bloc unity, this thing always fails when there are seat sharing talks. How do you see this yatra delivering for the Congress party? Sir, unmute yourself, please.
You need to unmute yourself, sir.
This is the biggest advantage that they have got. One, and this gives them that bargaining power vis-a-vis RJD, because last time they got 70, they were asked to, they managed to get 70 seats to contest and they won only 90. This time, Tejasvi has not been very keen to give more than 50 seats. They hope by this yatra, they have been able to show that the kind of presence that the Congress has managed to create by this yatra. But in terms of, overall, it has not set Bihar on fire. That is clear, because this issue itself is not something that has agitated a population by larger effect. So therefore, this should help Congress to, strike a better bargain, one. Two, the hesitation on the part of Rahul Gandhi to declare at this stage Tejasvi as the chief ministerial candidate is also to do with this bargaining power. Otherwise, there is no doubt who is the chief ministerial candidate for the India Alliance. Vasudha.
Right. You're making an important point there, Ajit Kumar Jha, but the real question today is what is that hydrogen bomb going to be? because as Shekhar Iyer is saying, he's saying that this yatra has not set Bihar on fire. What is it that can really give the Congress and the opposition bloc the undisputed momentum in the state?
You know, let's compare this particular campaign going on right now with 2020, right? Remember in 2020, the Mahagathbandhan was behind the NDA by just about 12,500 votes. Now, at that time, Rahul Gandhi had, if I remember correctly, not even half a dozen times he had gone to Bihar. Now, contrast this with today. 16 days, continuous rally, 1,300 kilometers, 110 assembly constituencies, out of which the Congress had won 7 last time, 19 in total, but 7 on the Yatra route. So in a way, the momentum has started building up, much more for the Congress compared to, I would argue, 2020.
Okay, I want Guru to respond to this. Guru,
much bigger
our analyst says that
and bigger than that.
Right, there's more momentum for the Congress party. But you know, Guru, I mean, as an outsider.
One more point, Vasudha. One minute.
Yes,
Let me finish. And the important thing is, you know, the India bloc after the 2024 Lok Sabha election were almost, you know, breaking away. This rally has brought them together in a massive way. Even Trinamool Congress sent its representative. Almost all the southern
Yusuf Pathan and Naritesh Mani Tripathi are hardly, you know, the big leaders that one would have expected. Guru Prakash,
but bringing them together.
Are you in some ways relieved that Congress party is focusing so much on SIR that those other issues of law and order, unemployment that we see from here are not really talked about that much?
Vasudha, I'm sorry, but I was checking the population of Patna. It is 24 lakh. I was checking the capacity of place where the venue where the rally was held. That is 25,000. So I think even to suggest that 10 lakh people turned up for that event is nothing but preposterous. Point number 2, you were talking about consolidation of India Alliance. I have this picture of you.
Crowds in political rallies are always a matter of suspect.
From Gandhi Maidan. But inflation should be done in accordance with rationality, Vasudha. You can inflate. You have every right to inflate.
Okay, let's move on to the
should have some
topic
level
of discussion.
But leave that aside.
Yeah.
See, this is the Vasudha. बोलने दो. ये देखो, Congress leadership. This is the Congress leadership at Gandhi Maidan. Someone was suggesting that it was a show of consolidation of India Alliance. You see, none of them are from Bihar. None of them are non-Congressis. Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, K.C. Venugopal and Mallikarjun Kharge. Point number 2, an interesting thing happened today, Vasudha. Give me 10 seconds, I'll wrap it up. Very interesting thing happened today. Tejasvi Yadav declaring himself as the chief ministerial candidate. Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Krishna Allavaru, the Bihar in charge, has never before in the past. In fact, Mr. Allavaru has gone on record and said that we will have a consensus on CM face post the election. What is this? When Mr. Rahul Gandhi was asked a couple of weeks ago that who is the CM face, he just declined to answer. He dodged that question. The question remains. Bihar is the state where the Congress party has insulted the Bihar leadership.
Last 30 seconds, quick response from you. Final
this
word.
Time also.
He wants to know who the chief minister face is going to be.
I want to ask Bharatiya Janata Party, who is your CM face? Nitish Kumar is losing sleep. He'll not be hoping that he doesn't turn out to be Eknath Shinde too. Chirag Paswan is claiming Bihar Mange Chirag Bhaiya posters everywhere. Jiten Ram Manjhi expresses his displeasure at Chirag Paswan's share of seats every other day. Pashupati Paras has already moved away. Who is your CM face? Are you sure that you will not be sidelining Nitish Kumar? As far as India Alliance is concerned,
Nitish Kumar ji is our CM face. Nitish Kumar ji is our CM face. Who is your CM face, Pooja ji?
He's saying very
Nitish Kumar ji हमारे नेता हैं, मुख्यमंत्री होंगे. आप ही कौन होंगे?
Look at the frustration of BJP. They don't have issues. They have.
Guru, I think who is going to be the deputy chief minister would be a relevant question because the fight seems to be around the deputy chief ministers. But yes, interesting question there. But to at least remind you that Tejasvi Yadav did say that he will be working towards making Rahul Gandhi the prime minister. We didn't expect a similar statement from Rahul Gandhi, which I think could be because of several other reasons, isn't it? Pooja.
We'll have to leave this conversation though, Vasudha. We are completely out of time on this debate. We are completely out of time, and I know that these are very, very important questions which don't have answers at the moment. And we will put these to Shekhar Iyer and Ajit as well in the next conversation that we have, but we're completely out of time on the Southern View this evening.
That's right, Veera. Whether the promised hydrogen bomb delivers, shockwaves or fizzles out, something that we will be keenly tracking. It's time for a short break. We'll see you on the other side.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
Big win for India at the SCO summit. Member states strongly condemn Pahalgam terror attack in the presence of Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. The Prime Minister lands in Delhi after a successful China visit where leaders of the world's three biggest countries came together at a time when Trump administration has come down heavily on India with additional tariffs. Afghanistan earthquake, more than 800 people have been killed. Monsoon distress, Himachal Pradesh declared disaster hit.
The biggest Modi visit in 7 years. The biggest India-China icebreaker. The biggest angle of the tiger and dragon. NDTV reports from Ground Zero, China.
NDTV is the first Indian media crew that has reached here in Tianjin in China to cover the SCO summit.
The news breaks, the body language, the mind games of a new beginning.
We at NDTV will keep getting you every aspect, every update, every development first from Tianjin.
That's huge. That is a biggie. It's out of it.
गोल्ड ग्लास क्लियर ग्लास, पार हो या नियर, सब कुछ दिखे क्लियर।
जब मुंबई से वापस कोल्हापुर शिफ्ट हुआ तो सबने कहा कि ड्रीम सिटी को छोड़ रहा है। ड्रीम सिटी, तो मैंने कहा ड्रीम में तो यही गलियां आती हैं। तो जब ये रियलाइज़ हुआ कि कुछ बड़ा करने के लिए बड़े शहर में रहने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, तब लगा कि लाइफ में ग्रो किया। कशी ताई, ऐसे बॉय मिलते मुंबई में? चांस ही नहीं।
SIP करो, इन्वेस्ट करो, लाइफ में ग्रो करो। प्रतिभूति बाजार में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। निवेश करने से पहले सभी संबंधित दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
फिनिस्टा विंडोज, ब्यूटीफुल एंड ड्यूरेबल डिजाइन्स, इंस्टॉलेशन से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनिस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
फाइनल फिनिस्टा।
If it matters to you, if it matters to you, if it matters to you, it matters to India, it matters to India, and it matters to me, and it matters to me.
India Matters with Shivaru, only on NDTV 24/7.
Presenting the all-knowing, all-powerful Tech Guru.
Whoa. Guru? I'm no guru.
Okay.
I'm just a guy who loves his tech.
A show where the mysteries of megabytes and motherboards shall be unraveled.
Bro, nobody talks like that anymore. This is all about connected ecosystems, EVs and AI that you can use in your daily lives. We aren't talking about time travel yet.
Gadgets tested under extreme conditions.
But why? I review tech for people like you and me. You know what? Let me take it from here.
All right.
Tech isn't that complicated. In fact, it's about making our lives simpler, better, and more fun. That's what we do on Tech 360. Real talk, real reviews, tech that you can actually use.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to India Matters on Monday night. I'm Shiv Arur. The big story of the day obviously emanated from China, but our topic of the